and loves a little bit of Donkey Kong, as we saw a little bit earlier when the pizza time JoyKong set was opened up with an immediate spinning Kong. But of course, JoyKong has since then, for lack of a better term, has locked in. The jokes have continued. The confidence, however, has stepped right back. I did speak to JoyKong a couple of times just before this tournament. To JoyKong on Wednesday was saying incredibly confident that potentially he would take home the win. However, it has certainly not been the case. Let's see if, with Rooftop Run blaring in the background, the King of Kong Country can secure a win over He Who Dwells in Pac-Land, as we see the Master of the Maze land in there to start things off.
It does jump from ledge, which is a surprising move, considering Octave had left a little bit of a window. Just gets caught straight away by the up air on this one. Octave, again, retreating with the bonus fruit, but turning it around for a throw whenever. I think that's one of the things that separates the Pac-Man players a little bit. The willingness to just charge bonus fruit in your face and then just turn it around on you, or being like, yeah, I remember what the earlier fruits do as well. We all want the bell or the Gallagher, maybe the key sometimes. But sometimes Octave will just be like, oh, if you're getting near me, I'm going to hit you with the apple or the melon and definitely the Blinky, the big ghost going straight to JoyKong's face.
JoyKong was there. The clap was put out. I've rarely seen that move not connect properly into its up smash, but because of that bell being there, it was an assault measure in the way that Octave was expecting JoyKong to go straight into it, but ended up being more defensive in the way that the bell bounced and stopped DK from capitalizing, allowing Octave to do the same. But when we see it used effectively, a clap and then a back air is what's going to take that first stock.
And getting things starting with hand slap as well, barely even waiting for Octave's respawn invincibility to be gone before getting straight back on the assault. Ooh, that was an interesting deflection out of the Gallagher, though. Not probably where Octave was expecting JoyKong to end up.
Not quite. And once again, using the hand slap effectively there, both as a don't come near me or you're going to take some damage to it, but also to deal effectively with Hydra, but dealing effectively with Donkey Kong. The bell's hit rate, I would love to know the success rate of the bell over the course of this tournament, because it's been so effective in like every Octave set we've seen.
Yeah, no, if I see a bell in Octave's hand, I'm giving up. Controllers on the floor at
Finish
that point.
now.
Just hit us already.
Take me stock.
Ooh, great rising up air pair from JoyKong, though, setting up into that very specific ding-dong range, which, as we know, 66 to 69, rage dependent. We weren't in it there, I'll tell you that much.
No, after the hit, it was actually the after hit. The throw was at 68%, but because then the throw tacked on more damage, Octave was firmly out of that window that JoyKong introduced to us just moments ago, and because of that, the ding dong was not successful. Maybe looking for a parry there on the chomps there of Pac-Man's mouth, but just sending away with the back air again. Crucially though, not quite killing. Wants another back air, but doesn't find it. Instead, getting in there for his troubles. The grab into the back throw is going to send DK off stage, and now you're just free to charge your fruit. Let's see which citrus is going to be sweet for Octave. It's the bell.
Oh, he goes a little too high, though, on the power pellet. You had the finishing blow all prepared. You just needed to guess the DI angle. And that's the thing. When you're stuck like that, you've got all the time in the world to pick a DI angle, right? So JoyKong decided to stay low, preempted Octave going high, got away with his life. But for how much longer? Again, 138 on JoyKong's final stock. Octave can take his time beneath the stage, still getting a tech at 176% off that back air. You'd think we'd start seeing the red splash by now.
And throwing the key straight into DK's face. The back throw is going to start killing. If that had been at ledge, I wager that would have been it. Instead, it's the down air. So active, and versus a character like Donkey Kong, who above him, of course, has no hitbox, no danger when you're directly above the King of Kong Country, able to just stamp out any chance that JoyKong had of coming back. With staying on small battlefield, a stage that, for one, is easier for Octave to control with the fruit when they're there, but if the bonus fruit isn't quite charged, it's less space for DK to have to cover. That was a big lead from Octave, but as we said before, every time Octave sort of won a game or won a set, it's because he's been in control the whole time. We'll have to see if we can keep up this momentum as we head into game 2.
Yes, indeed. We do have a slight lead from Octave right now, but I would be very interested to see if, now that we're in the deep ends of top 4, whether he can make any sort of comeback where required, but maybe he just doesn't need to. Could just be a 3-0 winning the whole time. There's nothing at the moment suggesting otherwise. But JoyKong does have the giant punch built up, and there's a read situation! Oh, we saw it coming, but JoyKong jumping a little higher than anticipated. Does whiff on the giant punch, but a certainly good effort to keep the hopes alive. However, no tech on the power pellet towards stage. JoyKong wasn't really depending on being down there in the first place. So that is the first stop for Octave again.
After such a beautiful use as well of the spinning Kong, not just as a recovery tool, but just to be like, stay away from me, get off, I want nout to do with you. JoyKong falling to, of all things, a missed tech. Again, as you say, not being ready to tech it because really not even anticipating needing to do so, but because of that situation arising, JoyKong has had to take the stock instead with a cargo throw after Octave's been able to get on 49% extra credit, and then JoyKong answering back with the back air, but still a little bit to go before it's truly even.
Yeah, still going for aggressive falling there, even while Octave is armed in hand with the Gallagher. It's not as scary as having a bell in hand, but generally when you're against Pac-Man, they can in fact sit in shield, wait for you to do something wrong, then hit you with the kablamo. So indeed, yet another bell, yet another F smash. What more could you want?
Going all the way out there and wanting just a quick fix for the problem that is Octave's Pac-Man, going for the clap, but no slap to be found here. JoyKong just having to weave around what Octave's doing. Beautiful use, though, again, of the down B and using its aerial momentum to boing and bounce around Pac-Man while having that threat bubble out. But the bubble has been burst, and this stock is, a great time on the mash, able to get out of dodge and stay away from a devastating maneuver from DK. Air dodging round the bell, getting caught with an air, you drop it, you Z drop, you get caught with a grab.
And now forced to recover again, goes for a get-up attack again. You've got to be careful when you introduce them. JoyKong says now is the time, fully gets away with it. 2 attempts at an up tilt from Pac-Man. One of the most interesting rises of a move. It's gone from reputationally, great back air to close that out. It's gone from reputationally useless to at least usable whilst not great. But
doesn't have the same flourish as Mario, though. Mario does like a little twirl. What does Pac-Man do? He goes, yippee! He like, enjoys himself.
Up there.
He's like, yes!
Got you. Right, 2-0 up for Octave. JoyKong, we've not really had the chance to see him win. He's been doing all of his victories off screen for our commentary block's concern, but let's see if now can be the time. JoyKong, we've seen him reverse 3-0 in tournaments before. We've seen him win tournaments over Curry Governor in that fashion before, so never rule out. Oh, with a strawberry in hand! Can you catch the recovery again? Not quite. Now it's Octave's turn to get things going, but misses with the grab. That's another big opportunity for JoyKong, but instead just getting pinballed around here.
Wanting to lock in with some aggression there on that dash tap, but JoyKong was ready, just delaying and waiting, using that get up. The ding-dong window has closed, unfortunately, but it's still able to match the drift with a back air. Octave coming all the way back, and you can tell JoyKong knows exactly what he wants to do to counter Pac-Man's absurdly strong recovery, but unfortunately, Pac-Man has so many timing mix-ups he can do, and DK is such a limited time in the air because of his recovery that he can't quite time it correctly, getting caught by the bell and getting eaten alive. The power pellet, though, not quite enough. At this moment, the up air, though, is...
All right, JoyKong sneaking ahead because, yeah, Octave had kind of 2 potential kill opportunities, or at least a big punish opportunity off the bell. We had that power pellet. We also had a sour F smash or a slightly misspaced one, but they both had their reasons. Either JoyKong's floating in the air in a really weird position, or with the F smash, there was a fire hydrant trying to push Octave out of the way, so we had to go for a really rushed option. But now, JoyKong did find exactly what he needed, and just taking a mile out of it, saying, I've got a kill, let's have another one, why not, as a treat.
And that's exactly what we know JoyKong for, right? Like that confidence, that aggression, that advantage. Beautiful timing to avoid the use of the trampoline, to extend the danger that that hydrant can pose and the angle it was launched at, but unfortunately not able to do anything else. I love it, though, using the up air.
Yeah, if I'm not going to get a ding-dong window, I'll just do a bit of giant punch charging in the air there.
Clever.
Yeah, that recovery was beautiful. It's like ordering an Uber to your house and then saying, hang on, driver, just a minute. I'll go back in for a sec. Absolutely the last possible second to get back. But now, air dodge is off stage. Little dangerous. Octave only throws out the cherry in response.
Not quite having enough time to charge a more effective fruit while wanting to take advantage. You could tell JoyKong was after that down air, but just didn't fancy it. But there we go. Oh, mashing out at the right time, dodging the first up air, but the second one was ready. JoyKong reacting perfectly and air dodging around the hydrant. Here we go. Ding dong. Hello, who's in?
Indeed, I'm surprised that JoyKong even went for something as specific as a falling up air that low. I feel like at that percent you could just down smash or something, but oh, the immediate mash out of Octave. Maybe that's why. Octave with the mash of a demon to the point where getting out of cargo throw while JoyKong is under the stage and JoyKong plummets to his doom.
And that was such an unexpected stock, but exactly what Octave needed. The King of Kong Country's momentum stalled for a moment there, wanting to go off, wanting to get the slap on return, but just opting to go safely to the ledge. But it's not safe at all when you've got Pac-Man's fast nair, the Gallagher, a back air, a hydrant, all the fun of the fair, and the kitchen sink. Beautiful air dodge to avoid a devastating F smash. Getting around the orange, but not getting anything for it. You're dodging Pac-Man's maneuvers, but you need to strike back and doing it right there, right then. Beautiful side B to catch Octave, and then a devastating F smash to get JoyKong on the board.
And there it is. I was getting on the edge of my seat there, being like, Octave, it's bit by bit. You don't tend to get an explosive kill out of nowhere unless the bell's involved.
No, absolutely not.
Sure enough, it felt like the momentum was shifting straight to Octave there, and to see a 3-0 in this position would have been really quite surprising.
Really would have been, but JoyKong, as we say, is on the board. The hydrant's out. The Gallagher is beautiful parry. We saw them come out a little bit more in that third game there. JoyKong able to use them at the very start, but then just being able to react appropriately, bring out some more obscure tools that, of course, JoyKong oftentimes makes excellent use of. Nair to keep DK off, keep you at bay. It's charging your fruit. What are you going to do?
Yeah, he's on Melon at the moment. We've seen Octave get a kill on Curry Governor with Melon today, so rule out none of the fruit. They've all had their opportunity in the sun. Even the cherry got used before. But I know Octave has a favourite, and it's in his hand right now.
Wanting to ring. Hello, who's there? No one at the moment. Beautiful slap. And then the up air comes out, but the hydrant comes down. Pac-Man was sent up, the hydrant was sent down, and DK was sent away, ultimately not off stage. But now you're in a horrid situation. The Z drop on the bell into the F smash, causing DK to lose that first up, but immediately answering back with two big aerials, facing forward, looking back, and sending Octave back off stage.
Actually converting off the apple there, tried to turn it into an up air, which would have worked if DK was just at a little bit higher of a percent range. But Octave, again, showing that even when you're using those lesser known fruits, the ones not quite as capable as the bell, he still knows how to do anything off them.
Which is really neat to see as well. Again, the bell and the
jump
key,
to avoid getting buried as well.
That's excellent.
It's like I can't even necessarily shield here. Just let's do anything to mitigate the danger of this.
Yeah, and mitigating the dangers, sort of the tail of the tape, and it just JoyKong not quite able to do it as reliably for Pac-Man's litany of lethality that he's got. Beautiful spot dodge. Octave getting so aware of again JoyKong's options, as you say, that jump to avoid the berry. You see there, just throwing out everything and the kitchen sink to keep JoyKong at bay, threaten. If you come in, it might not end well, but you got an orange in hand. Beautiful jab lock. We're going spinning.
Spin the wheel, baby! And that is a spinning Kong taking things away. This is the most confident JoyKong lead I think we've seen in the set so far. He rolled straight into the bell. He's confident. He's like, I know you've got those Ring doorbell notifications on your phone, but I'm still going to stare straight in the camera, bro. I'm at your house.
That's excellent. Thank you.
Anyway, apple to your head. Chuck it through your window, shall I?
JoyKong wasn't expecting that apple, just like I wasn't expecting that excellent little jape there from Tail of the Toaster. But japes and grapes are the name of the game for this ape, as we see JoyKong getting sent into the air, as we say, with that ameliorated up air, sending that hydrant out ready, but not able to do anything of it. Oh, expecting an air dodge, but it came out, but not quite where JoyKong was expecting. Slapping and clapping, both Pac-Man and the hydrant things are starting to reverse. We saw JoyKong go all the way out before for those back airs, and Octave keenly aware that that's an option, but also the Gallagher is an option, as is the neutral air running all the way off him. I think we saw a real shift in the way JoyKong was playing. First two games, maybe a little bit timid, maybe a little bit intimidated. Of course, we don't normally see JoyKong afraid of anything, doesn't afraid of anything, and locks in regardless of situation. But becoming more aware of the fruit. Just saying, you know what? I'm going to use my character, my options, and I'm just going to snuff out your offense. And there we saw the culmination of it. Knockoff stage, immediate follow. No time for your incredible recovery because I'm just going to spin and I'm going to win.
And of course, DK's arm's completely disjointed, so if they collide with the fruit, DK's fine, generally.
Yeah.
So just more willingness to get up in there close. You can't exactly do that with a bell. The bell will just transcend and then stun you into oblivion. But if you're closing the gap on Octave so that he can't even get the bell in the first place, then you're winning, son.
And winning is exactly what JoyKong and Octave have both done throughout this set. The score is 2-2. It looked pretty firmly in Octave's favour, but JoyKong's done an excellent job of bringing it all the way back. The height from the hydrant keeps Octave out of danger and using the trampoline beautifully again. This time Octave was ready, not sticking on platform. Learning from what JoyKong's done before. JoyKong has gotten around that trap, but they're not going to do it the same way twice.
I appreciate that roll from Ledge as well, knowing full well that Octave was going to have an answer waiting. Wow, Spinning Kong killing at 110 there, saying, look, you can do your rising nair or whatever on me, but I'd rather that than get up into the bell. I'll give you what you want, but I'd sure you'd prefer it if I just got up into this bell, right? And you're not having that.
You can take me stock if you fancy, but you ain't going to get it that easy.
That's about what it would look like.
Yeah, there's a visual. I'm a visual learner. Thanks, Octave. Thanks for that one.
Through demonstration. Well, Octave's also poking away at that shield from underneath with that funny little Pac-Man up tilt. But hand slap into up smash. Tell you what, Joe Hobpunks, we might be on the verge of a JoyKong reverse 3-0 right about now.
Never mind your up tilt, here's me up smash, and here's your own Gallagher. I'm playing your game now. I'm sending your pixelated pirate ship straight back at you. Your spaceship has been stunned. Your nair has knocked me off stage, but I'm coming right back in it again, wanting to not even give Octave the chance to get the fruit that's desired. Punching straight through, going for a scintillating move off stage just to send Octave further away. It's all JoyKong right now, wanting to steal the trampoline, but Octave is placing a new one. I've got your bell. What am I going to do with it? Let's see.
And goes for the early jump. Still goes for a down air, knowing that Octave isn't really doing too much in that position. Goes for the grab. Off we go. And that's the set. JoyKong takes it in a reverse 3-0. And we have another excited little jig from him up on the stage.